Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. For weeks, the internet has been ablaze with rumors about Billie and Nat. The Grammys, the engagement ring, then that cryptic Valentine's tweet, and now this ghost tour in March that seemingly came out of nowhere. You've seen the headlines. Billie Eilish, complete meltdown. Nat Wolff, furious. The tour that broke them. And through it all, one question has been buzzing louder than any bass drop. Where's Finneas in all of this? Well, I'm here to tell you that being caught in the middle of that kind of storm between the two people you love most in the world, it's not just hard. It's soul-crushing. Tonight, for the first time, we're looking at what Finneas O'Connell really thinks about the drama, the secrets, and the impossible choice he's been forced to make. Finneas and Billie, they're more than just siblings. They're a creative supernova. They've built an empire together. And when Billie began her relationship with Nat Wolff, Finneas was reportedly one of her biggest cheerleaders. He respected Nat. He admired his talent. He saw the genuine connection they had. He genuinely thought Nat was the one who could finally bring a sense of peace and stability to Billie's incredibly chaotic life. But as the pressure mounted for Billie to become a marketable pop princess, as the demands of the perfect couple narrative became too heavy, Finneas began to see his sister slipping away. She was becoming someone he didn't recognize. He tried to mediate. He tried to bridge the gap between Billie's need for artistic freedom and Nat's desire for a public, stable relationship. But the truth is, Finneas was in an impossible position. He saw both sides. And he knew deep down that something was going to break. The March Ghost Tour. That was the final straw. Narrator: Finneas was reportedly aware of some of the early planning, but he believed it was for a series of small, local gigs. Not a secret, international, no phones allowed, underground tour that would directly clash with Billie and Nat's planned detox. When Nat confronted Billie in that Burbank studio, Finneas was reportedly there. He witnessed the entire, heartbreaking argument. He saw the coldness in Billie's eyes, the genuine hurt in Nat's. He felt like he was watching his family fall apart in real time, one insider reveals. He wanted to yell. He wanted to scream. But what could he say? Billie had already made her choice. Finneas understood Billie's need for artistic purity. He understood her desire to escape the corporate machine. But he also understood Nat's feeling of betrayal. He was stuck, an unwilling participant in a tragedy he couldn't prevent. Since the tour began, Finneas has reportedly been reaching out to Nat, not just as a friend, but as someone who understands the pain of being broken by Billie's relentless pursuit of her art. Nat is reportedly still devastated, feeling completely erased from Billie's story. And Finneas, he's now caught between his loyalty to his sister and his respect for Nat. He sees the ghost tour for what it is, a masterpiece of isolation. But he also sees the human cost. The Valentine's vow tweet, Finneas reportedly saw that post go live. And he knew instantly that it wasn't just a lyric. It was a warning to Nat, a warning to the industry, and perhaps a warning to himself. That Billie would always choose her art, no matter whose heart she had to break, including his own. As Billie Eilish continues her secret tour across the globe, Finneas O'Connell remains here in Los Angeles, working on new music, trying to pick up the pieces of a relationship that, for a time, made his sister truly happy. He is the silent witness, the uncredited co-star in a drama he never asked for. He is the one who has to face Nat when Billie is gone. And he is the one who has to help Billie pick up the pieces when the ghost tour finally ends. Was the tour worth the pain? Was the art worth the heartbreak? For Finneas, the answer isn't simple. It's an impossible choice that he's forced to live with every single day. What do you think Finneas should do? Support his sister? Or stand by Nat? Let us know in the comments below. For the first 2 months of 2026, the world thought Billie Eilish and Nat Wolff were the new, a couple of the indie pop world. They were constantly seen entering the same Burbank rehearsal spaces, carrying guitar cases, sharing coffee, looking like two artists in perfect harmony. Nat had told his inner circle that March was going to be their month. He was under the impression that they were finalizing a joint EP, a collection of raw, acoustic tracks they'd been writing in the quiet moments of their relationship. But while Nat was tuning his guitar for a duo, Billie was already rehearsing for a solo flight. Behind the heavy soundproof doors of Studio B, Billie had been secretly auditioning a new, underground tech crew for a tour that didn't include Nat tonight. We're looking at the professional betrayal that silenced the music before it even started. How did Billie pull it off? According to sources within the production office, the March Ghost Tour was filed under a shell company name, White Shadow Productions. Billie reportedly instructed her team to use burner phones for all logistics. The flights to Berlin, the warehouse rentals in Tokyo, it was all scrubbed from the main calendar that Nat had access to. When Nat would ask about her late-night meetings, Billie reportedly told him she was polishing the demos for their joint project. In reality, she was choreographing a light show that would eventually leave him in the dark. Nat reportedly found out the truth when he accidentally saw a shipping manifest for a custom microphone rig destined for Berlin, labeled Eilish Solo, March 3rd. The shock wasn't just that she was touring, it was that she had been lying to his face for 6 weeks. The confrontation happened on February 26th. Nat reportedly walked into the rehearsal hall to find Billie practicing a setlist that contained 0 of their collaborative songs. He saw a stage built for 1, not 2. Witnesses describe Nat as unnervingly calm at first. He simply asked, "When were you going to tell me that March wasn't about us?" Billie's response was reportedly the final blow to their relationship. She didn't offer an apology. She didn't try to explain the secrecy. She allegedly said, "I needed to see if I could still feel the music without you in the room. And I can." Nat walked out that night, and according to sources, he hasn't spoken to her since. He realized that for Billie, the relationship was an inspiration, but the tour was the priority. Everything we saw on Valentine's Day was a facade. "Happy Valentine's Day, I've broken so many hearts, and I won't stop, have a good one." When Billie posted that, the world thought it was classic Billie edge. But for Nat, sitting in their shared living room, it was a public execution of their future. The serious issues Nat had weren't about jealousy or fame. They were about the total lack of professional and personal respect. He had sidelined his own career to support her vision, only to find out he wasn't even a footnote in her next chapter. As Billie performs in those warehouses this March, she's singing the songs they wrote together, but she's singing them alone. As of March 3rd, 2026, Billie Eilish is the most talked about artist on the planet.